I find myself thinking a lot about masks these days, Bluff City, and the people who wear them. Maybe it's all these masquerades I've been seeing pop up around the shore recently. Have you been to any of those? Those fancy galas? The ballroom soirees? No? What? They don't send out those fancy calligraphy invitations to folks working the late night shift like you and me. No, of course they don't. Folks like us, we don't need masks, do we? We don't need masks. One second. I got a call coming in, and it looks like it is from one of my very favorite people.
Hector, this is Florence. Hector, are you okay?
Florence, it is so good to hear from you. It has been too long. What's on your mind tonight?
Hector, can you hear me? We're coming for you, Hector, I promise.
Now, Florence, you know I have a lot of complicated feelings about art. I mean, it connects to what I was just talking about, the mask. Did you know that when Portuguese sailors first sailed down towards Africa, and they started seeing tribal cultures with jewelry and small statues and masks, they looked at those and they said, now that right there, that is fetishism. Not in the way that you and I might mean that word today, a different way. They were saying that these people, that they were putting a fantastical, a mystical, a false presence into the things that they made. Now, I'm not saying that each of those sailors was a skeptic. Of course, some of them believed in the power of faith regardless of which god you're praying to. But, by and large, they looked at those tribesmen and they said, "You fools. God is not in a mask. God is not in a necklace. You are inserting the holy where there is not." And yet, what would these self-same sailors do when they went back to their quarters that night? Take out the rosary. Say one Hail Mary for this bead, and Our Father for that one. And the necklace wasn't nothing. It was a channeling device. It was something in the mind to connect you closer to God. And this hypocrisy has continued through today. Those same folks who go out to those masquerade balls in morning's light will tell you that you are the deceiver.
We're coming for you, I promise.
That you are the one who is hiding things from them because of the way you dress or the way
Hector,
you use language differently. But we all
Hector, are you there?
ourselves with ourselves.
We're coming for you, Hector, I
Painting,
promise.
the sculpture,
Hector.
architecture, all the different...
Hector, this is Florence. Hector, are you okay? Hector, we're coming for you. Hector, can you hear me? This is Florence. Hector, are you okay? We're coming for you, Hector. Hector, can you hear me? This is Florence. Hector, 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 are you there? We're coming for you, I promise. Hector.
Welcome to Friends at the Table, an actual play podcast focused on critical world building, smart characterization, and fun interaction between good friends. I am your host, Austin Walker, and joining me today, Janine Hawkins.
Hey, you can find me at Bleating Heart on Twitter.
Art Martinez-Tebble.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at @atebble and listen to One Song Only at podcast places.
That's true, at podcast places. Also joining us, Keith Carberry.
Hi, my name is Keith Carberry. You can find me on Twitter at Keith J. Carberry, and you can watch the Let's Plays that I do at youtube.com/runbutton. When is this coming out?
Probably not before the thing.
Okay, well, you would
Definitely
have just
not. This will
known.
definitely not happen because there's a whole other episode we have to release first. So, yeah.
You're right. You would have known a while back that Run Button had its 7th anniversary. So that's a great time to keep watching Run Button videos or start watching Run Button videos, please.
Also
Or start
us-
your own running commentary on Run Button videos called 7 Years of Run Button videos.
As long as we get those hits and people checking out contentburger.biz.
Yeah, you just monetize it.
Yeah.
You're good. Also joining us, Jack DeKeat.
Hi, you can find me on Twitter at NotQuiteReal, and you can buy any of the music featured on the show at notquitereal.bandcamp.com.
You can follow me at Austin_Walker, and you can follow the show at friends_table. And as always, thank you for supporting us. If you're listening to this in a car or something, please know you can support this at friendsathetable.cash over on Patreon. Today we're continuing our game of Masks, A New Generation by Brendan Conway. My agenda is to make Bluff City feel like a comic book, to make the player characters' lives super heroic, and to play to find out what changes. Does anyone want to give me a quick recap of the first session?
Pass.
Wow.
Wow.
Quick.
Damn, that's amazing. It's right out of the gate.
You
That's
just
a
say no
powerful
to
move.
anything. Yeah.
So there's a shark lady.
There's a shark
Yeah, she's
lady.
called Thresher.
She's called
yeah.
Thrasher.
We
She
fought
also
her.
does illusions.
We fought her and her gang of toadies, bootlickers, and and hangers-on. What was the last one?
God, I don't even remember. There were at least a number. There were a number of them. Yeah. Did they have a name?
Henchmen?
Henchmen for sure.
They were robbing a casino kind of security van, and we've
Yes.
been tipped off to this casino security van robbing by a man called Mr. E. Mask, which was a pun that I got only on re-listening.
Oh,
What? Didn't you say you loved the...
No, that was
I
Art.
thought
Art
you were one of
said
the
he-
people... Okay.
Art said he loved it.
Okay.
Lackeys. Sorry, it's lackeys.
Or, lackeys, thank you. Maybe Jack said that they liked it, but they just meant, oh yeah, good name.
Yeah, I got that I got the mask bit because I kind of knew we were super, but I failed the most important bit of the pun. Anyway, all this
Keith,
is to say,
you were off the hook. You not getting whatever weight counterweight thing is now not the
Wait,
biggest.
Wait,
Which
Goof.
counterweight thing did I not get?
There's something. There's some like moment in counterweight where you were like, oh, I don't know. I saw
weight
this on
counterweight?
Yeah, like there's some like moment in counterweight where it appears that you did not understand that counterweight and weight were.
Oh, that can't be true. I'm willing to be proved wrong. Someone very industrious out there can go and prove me wrong. I would love that.
Keith is saying check the tapes.
Yeah.
Check the
we
tapes,
have-
roll
the
'em back.
tapes are out there.
Yeah.
On a
Luckily,
whim,
it's,
just
it's,
re-listen to
act-
counterweight, you know? Not that long
by
of a-
definition, there are tapes.
Yeah.
The reason that I mentioned Mr. E. Mask is that at the end of the kind of mission, we got a sort of a flash to Thresher somewhere deep under Bluff City, perhaps maybe in a sort of a lair.
It was definitely a lair of some sort.
Being
Perhaps.
angry that she hadn't gotten all of the money, or
Yeah.
or something else. Was it angry that she hadn't gotten all of the money? She was like, "I need this money."
Yes, she has a big reason to she needs money.
And then this figure was like, "Don't worry, there will be more money soon. I have a lead for you." And it was Mr. E. Mask.
It was Mystery Mask. Yeah, exactly. Totally.
Playing both
but you don't
sides.
know that. Playing both
No,
sides.
no,
Being
no. But we know
both
that.
sides.
We know. Yeah, being both
You
hard
know.
to say. Hard to say which way. We should note, I'm pretty sure Grouse, you know the history with Mr. E Mask, right? Did we talk about that
What?
at
No.
all?
I thought he
No.
was just some
Okay.
I want to say the thing with him was that he's like kind of he did some crimes but is
Yeah.
not like explicitly a crime-o.
He did some crimes. Waxwing didn't ever deal with him. Goldfinch dealt with him. That may have come up. It may not have. It's in my notes. It has been over a month since we've recorded, so I can't quite remember what came up, and I have not. We were deep
It
in
doesn't
Hyron
feel
recording
that
mode.
long.
I know it doesn't, and yet.
None of it does. But here we are.
But here we are, 4 years in.
Just like 6 months ago when we recorded the first episode of Hyron.
That's yeah, exactly. So, other stuff. There was a clue. You got some clues. People remember what the clues were you got for Thresher?
It was something to do with the fact that the manhole cover was weird. Was that one of the clues?
That was one of the clues. Yeah.
It was sort of illusory.
Wasn't it something?
The
The
hole
tunnel was
was-
weird.
Yeah,
hole
there was no tunnel. It looked like
Right.
there'd been a tunnel where she like popped out of the ground, but in fact, what she'd done was climbed up a manhole like sewer grate situation.
And we had
Was
seen
I
that.
supposed to think of a detail for her? I have like a big thing in my notes that says plus some detail question mark, and there's like a big square around it.
What are the other
I
things
feel like
you
I
have
was
written
supposed to
down?
provide you some kind of information.
Yeah, because I think you have a move called Been Reading the Files, which is where you can provide information about on a hit, tell the team one important detail you learned from your studies. The GM will tell you what, if anything, seems different from what you remember. And I don't remember.
So the thing, here are the notes I have about Thresher.
Yes.
She's relatively new. She was empowered by that weird meteor shattering situation.
Dragon Balls, etc.
I wrote brash robber, which I don't know if those were your words or mine. An illusionist with a tail, and she slaps people with it. And con artist.
Con
I
artist.
wrote con artist.
Yeah.
Is it too late to start over and I can make a hero whose real name is Brash Robber, and I have to come up with a different hero name?
I'll add it to my list of names, and I'll then forget who they were supposed to be.
Should we know that she's pretty laissez-faire with the lives of the people she's attacking? She like pulled that guy out of the thing and was like, if you come towards me, I'll kill him. And he was not in a good shape by the time she was done.
I will add that she was acting out of fear during that exchange. So I want to be clear that shouldn't come across as her being like, human lives mean nothing to me, the Thresher.
I can't remember if this is part of what we already talked about today, but you saying that made me remember that like the reason that Mystery Mask kept on reassuring her about the money was like was this like a bigger job than she normally did, or like a different kind of job? Was there something about that?
I think it was more of, I think this is in line with the types of jobs she had done. The next job is definitely going to be bigger than what she normally does. Maybe this is more public than what she normally does. But again, it has been 2 months since we recorded, and I have not personally had time to go back and re-listen because of High Rod launch stuff. I just have my notes, and I don't have that particular note. There's one other big piece, which is about something else you found at the crime scene, or maybe in the sewers. Someone went back to the sewers.
We found like a flyer.
Yes, a coupon,
for like Roland's rolling.
Whatever you say, it's going to
cart.
be better, but
Roland's roll and go. It was like a rolling thing,
Like
right?
boardwalk carts.
yes, they're boardwalk push carts. Yeah, rolling chairs. Do you know what these are? Like, are you familiar with these?
Maybe I don't. I'm gonna Google. What should I Google to get this?
I'm just
So
gonna
like a
post it.
wheelbarrow full of tourists.
Basically.
Oh, do you mean like Nope, that's not what I was thinking.
Oh,
I
like a
linked
kind of
an image.
sort of like a. I want to make sure I'm saying the right thing. Yeah, kind of like a rickshaw, sort of.
It's
Sort
like
of.
it's a golf cart, but for a boardwalk.
Is someone
yeah,
ever
no,
going to
but
be in
a
the
person-
front seat?
A person pushes it from behind.
Oh, so that's the employee or the.
Oh, so these are empty.
Those are empty ones.
Oh,
yes.
I've mostly only seen electric ones.
Yeah, no, these are like Atlantic City does this for real, all the time, and it's my dad used to do this. My dad used to push these.
Oh.
It's like it's one of those jobs that like, hey, if you want to work in the summer and you were like 22 and you have a strong enough back to fucking push people around the boardwalk for 6 hours, 8 hours.
Oh boy, how long does
Yeah.
that strong back last?
Not long. And
Yeah.
also, if you want to get paid nothing. So yeah, what you found was a
I
coupon
like that you
for-
linked us to a picture with like two smaller framed women, and then it's like my dad, basketball player
Yeah, listen.
Kevin Walker used to
Yeah.
do this.
I'm sure the wheels help a lot. You know, it's not they probably got better wheel tech these days.
Yeah, I have not seen these. I've seen like little like 6-seater golf carts.
Yeah, no, that's different. That's we don't have those in AC. We got fucking push carts with people inside, and also like they do them in the rain. They have tops for the rain. It sucks. I mean, listen, get paid. You know, make rent. So
For the record, if you're thinking about driving a rickshaw in Providence, that's also a scam. Don't do that.
oh wow, is that a scam?
Yeah, there's like this like fake. I only know about it because I live here, but like there's a company that talks up being like a worker co-op and that you make your own hours, and actually it's a big fucking scam. for rickshaw driving.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't think anyone in the history of the world was having a good gig as a rickshaw driver.
Probably
that's
not.
always been a bad gig.
The coupon you found was $2 off from Royce's Roll Carts, and it had a motto on it, which was, if you're rolling, it's gotta be Royce. If you're rolling, in quotes, and then it's gotta be, also in quotes, Royce. So
they definitely got a cease and desist at some point and had to go to a way worse motto, right?
Oh, maybe he just thought this was good. I don't know. Listen, I've known those people. I've worked in this city. There are people who just put quotes on things because they think it's like capital letters but polite.
It's from the "We don't want four, we want more" school of slogan writing.
100%. Yeah.
One of my favorite. There was a small convenience store, and they had a sign that said that if you're buying tobacco, we card, but we card was in quotes, or like we ID was in quotes.
Wink.
Very funny.
Perfect.
It's like professionally typeface. It was like a real sign. It wasn't handwritten or anything.
God. Some other little small things. Y'all, I guess you went back to base and like compared notes. I know Grouse, you kind of got a talking to by your mentor, by Waxwing, which adjusted one of your stats. We should go over really quick what your labels are currently, and then what your bonds are. Your what are they actually called? They're not called bonds, are they? Are they not even bonds? It's just
It's
influence.
Influence, yeah.
Yeah. So let's go over. Let's start with you, Mr. Good, Franklin Bano, Keith Carberry.
Hello. Yeah.
What are your labels, and who do you have influence over?
My labels, I have got, let's go top to bottom, 3 in Savior, 2 in Mundane, -1 in Danger, -1 in Freak, and I missed 0 in Superior.
There you go. And who do you have influence over?
Influence over Paternoster.
Cool. And then for you, your specific thing is these drives. Do you have any of these 4 that you've taken that you've completed? Did we miss any of those at the end of the last session?
I don't think I did any of these.
Okay. Do you want to read what they are just so we have them in our heads?
Yeah, sure. So my drives, does everyone have drives? I thought
No,
everyone
this is just a thing for the beacon. The beacon is all about like doing stuff that superheroes
like
do because they're not actually superheroes, because they don't have superpowers.
Yeah. Okay, so my drives are help a teammate when they most need me, take down a threat all on your own, stop a fight with calm words, and reject someone who tells you shouldn't be here.
Cool. Grouse, can I get your labels and then your influence stuff?
Yeah. I have a 1 in Freak, 0 Danger, 1 in Savior, 2 in Superior, -1 in Mundane.
Okay.
And I have influence over Paternoster and Mr. Good.
Okay.
Paternoster? I'm always going to say Paternoster.
What happens? Paternoster, you go next.
I have Freak 1, Danger -1, Savior 1, Superior 1, Mundane 1, and I have influence over the Champ and Mr. Good.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, would get 1s and everything? Jeez.
There's a lot of 1s and -1s, so nothing especially good, but lots of things. I mean, they're labels. Labels change.
Oh, wait, Jack, what was your -1? I thought everything was 1. I was like, that's bizarre.
My -1 is Danger.
Okay.
As a reminder, those can change in a number of different ways. Those can change when someone tells you to change them, when someone with influence over you is like, hey, you should change that. You should be more superior than other people. In which case, you adjust what those labels are. And then the other time is when you reject when someone tries to use influence over you. You can do that. Likewise, if there's a situation where you have influence over someone, over a teammate, and then you would you would get more influence over them, you shift one of their labels up and one of their labels down, your choice. So like let's say Grouse has influence over Paternoster, and then would get more influence. You can't get more than one influence, and so Paternoster, Grouse would tell you which labels to shift at that point.
And you can't resist that one?
I think you could, because that's when you reject someone's influence, yeah, you could totally roll to try to tune them out, basically.
Okay. And can you choose to disregard that?
If you reject their influence and roll successfully.
No, sorry. I mean, like, if I got a second influence over Jack's character, could I be like, no, I'm just going to throw it away?
No. If you have influence over a teammate and you would gain influence over them again, immediately shift one of their labels is like, yeah, you have to do it, because that's what the effective influence is. Which is just a reminder that like all of those things are so flexible. Like this is not like Dungeon World where it's just supposed to go up. They should be flexing around. They should be moving. The champ, Elena Flores.
Freak is 1, danger is 3, savior is -1, superior is 1, and mundane is -1.
Okay, and you have influence.
I have influence over Paternoster and Mr. Good.
And that's because they are your love and your rival, respectively, right?
That is correct, and that is my thing. That's what I do.
Last specific thing here is you have a mentor's resources. You have the resources of Waxwing at your disposal because of the grouse, or just grouse. Do you remember what those are?
I think we have like access to like hidden base, a weapon of last resort, and a vehicle. Right,
yes, the hidden base is. We now know the name of it because Jack named it in the episode description for the first one. It is Saltwater Pier. Or I guess it's an arcade on Saltwater Pier, which is like an amusement pier. I'm calling the arcade the Double Tilt arcade. And then
cheaters welcome.
Right. Love it. Love cheaters. And then the vehicle is that like amphibious car thing, right? And then we don't know what the weapon of last resort is. There is a weapon of last resort as part of your vehicle, and you don't know what it does. It's just like it's basically just an emergency button that Waxring has given you.
It's like use this if you think you're gonna get fucking killed, kind of.
Yeah.
We also have like 1,000 cheap flip phones.
Right. Yes.
Just like in like shopping carts in the arcade.
Yeah, because otherwise you'll get caught, Keep those secrets, keep those identities secret.
Are they in shopping carts, or are they in like a shitty claw machine and we just kind of pop one out when we need it? Because I think that's a little less obvious.
They're in like a, well, I don't know, do we have any, do we have like, I bet we have like arcade machines down in our hideout that like, they were broken arcade machines that we have somehow managed to get working or haven't. I think we've got a claw machine down here.
Mm-hmm.
We're teens underneath an arcade. Like, we have to have an arcade machine.
You have some arcade machines. Yeah, you can tell me whatever they are. Okay. I think that's everything we need to know to jump back in. Oh, I guess the last thing that I almost said before and then forgot is that Thresher was one of the things that she kept hitting on was like, why do you care if I rob a casino? Like, these people are rich assholes. Like, I'm not. Let me have this money, please. And that's just an important character trait to keep in mind as we go forward. So I think we probably open back up. It's probably been a day. People have recovered and gotten back on their feet. I don't think anybody has any negative conditions currently, right? Or does anybody still have one? Grouse still had insecure, it looks like.
Oh.
But I think that those clear with time, I'm pretty sure. You can always clear a condition by taking a certain action at the end of a scene in which you take the corresponding action, clear that condition. So no, you've not cleared it yet. You've insecure, and so to clear insecure, you would need to take foolhardy action without talking to your team. You can also clear a condition when someone else comforts or supports you, or when you defend someone. So keep that in mind. And that's a serious thing, because that condition of insecure gives you -2 to defend and -2 to reject what others say. So very hard to speak up and help people until you clear that. So what are y'all doing? I think this is like, it's the timeline for this game has shifted so much, but I imagine it's still late summer. Or unless there were classes. I don't remember there being classes though. I don't think we talked about there being classes actively. Regardless, either it's after school or it's after your day jobs, whatever your summer job is, and you're at the double tilt in the basement prepping to go out and continue to investigate this. Waxwing is out on patrol right now. Y'all tell me. Or no, actually, I think Waxwing is out being an adult and being a non-superhero right now, basically doing her Bruce Wayne equivalent thing. So she is not available at this moment. What are y'all up to? What's it like to just hang out at the base?
I'm playing a game.
What are you playing?
Ooh,
We have a list. Again, we do have a list of arcade machines there.
Oh god.
Oh, we have a list of what's in there?
Yeah.
How did we do that? When did we do that?
Jack did it for the episode description.
Oh,
Here
okay.
you go.
Oh.
You want to read these?
Yeah, I'll
Jack?
read these.
Or
Jack?
yeah,
Oh no, Keith, please go. Keith,
Sure.
please go ahead.
Oh, these are okay. Salmon Row No, a caviar game.
Great.
Horse Chase 5, stack 'em tall, pile 'em high, let 'em loose. Our Farm in the Valley. Yesterday's Gunslingers today. Drink Up the Oceans. Armageddon 4, they're back. Asteroid.
Just one asteroid.
Timber, a lumberjack game. Horse Chase 3, Lighthouse Keeper, Rivals. Oh, and then Emperor's Competitive. Drift and Crash, Drum Drum Drum, Cage of Death, You're the King Now, Chicken Coop, and The End of the World.
There's more. There's more.
Sorry. Lighthouse Keeper, Rivals Cooperative. So we got competitive and cooperative.
Both cabinets, yeah.
The Reset. What the hell is this word?
Calliope.
Calliope?
Calliope.
What is a calliope?
It's like that circus instrument that like
Oh,
if you think of like
yeah,
circus
okay.
music in your
It's
head.
also an
that's
ancient
that.
Greek muse.
Okay,
One of
so
the
we got
muses.
calliopes 1, original 2 and 3.
Right. So what are you playing?
Do you think it's the instrument or the goddess?
I think the first one. I think each one is a different definition of calliope, and so the first one is the instrument, then the goddess, and then it's whatever a different version of a calliope is. Anyway, I'm playing Drink Up the Oceans.
Okay. Great. Ironically, the third game is about 22 Calliope and Asteroid. It's an asteroid clone.
Oh, it's an asteroid clone.
Uh-huh.
Is it? So it's summer, right, in Bluff City right now?
Yeah, I think we're saying it's late summer. That's kind of what we were saying.
So it's like it's like hot in the arcade. I think, or underneath the arcade. I think that whatever the ventilation is down here isn't good. And so I think that like Paternoster is just like slumped on a chair, like playing with their phone or with like a games console of some kind, like underneath an arcade with all these games, just playing like a Nintendo Switch or something. What year is this? We have flip phones, but
it's Bluff City weird.
Sure,
I can tell you what
okay,
it's after. It's after Fiasco. It's post Fiasco. It's post Inspectors.
sure,
It's
I'm playing just like a
pre-
Nintendo DS.
Yeah. You're playing a device that we couldn't get the Nintendo DS. We couldn't clear that. So it's like a prop department got the Nintendo DS and like stuck an extra handle on it or something.
Right, yeah, it
A
looks
third
weird
screen.
as hell.
There's a bottom screen. There's like, there instead of being a top screen and a bottom screen, there's a top screen, a middle screen, and a bottom screen.
Hang on, I just had an image in my head of two PS Vitas connected by like a door hinge.
Yeah,
I know
perfect. Yep.
that's not convincing, but it's
And
just a really good image.
And they're book shaped. It's a book shaped console. You hold it. It's vertically. It's tall. It's tall instead
There
of
were DS games that made you do that.
totally. And now there's double Vita games that make you do that.
Luminous.
Exactly.
And I'm just holding like a can of soda to my forehead, and playing a golf game with one hand or something.
Perfect.
Is it because you're trying to warm up the soda?
I'm just.
Champ and Grouse? What are you two up to?
I was definitely going to just let that laugh linger as long as it was going to go.
Champ?
I think Champ is like lying on like a table, just like throwing a ball in the air and catching it like on her back, like I feel like that's just like an expression of passive boredom. Like, I've played all these games all the times I want to. I've been the king now so many times. I'm just over it. I'm just doing this like basic, I was gonna call it like a reflex exercise, but that's not really what it is, right? No one's ever like, I'm not saying no one's ever like hit themselves in the face with a ball they threw in the air and tried to catch, but like,
But I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
right.
Great. And Grouse, what are you doing?
I think Grouse is doing like probably like advanced placement kind of coursework stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Doing summer homework or whatever, like
Yeah, that makes sense. You were like, well, it is, maybe you're about to go off to college, maybe you're about to, it's the end of the summer, you know? I think that's, Grouse is maybe the sort of person who has that track, or maybe you're a junior going into your senior year, and so maybe you're, like you said, like prepping, you're doing like summer AP courses, so you're already getting college credit, even though you're not going to actually leave for another year. Who normally goes from like passive mode to, okay, we should do the superhero thing mode?
It's me.
Okay, so how does that happen in this case? You finish your game?
I lose the game, yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you.
It's an arcade game, so it only stops when you lose.
Right. And so that happens.
So I lose the game, and then I notice that none of us are doing anything, and what are we doing here if we're not doing anything? So let's, come on.
How do you say that? You just say, come on?
Yeah, come on. What are we doing here if we're not going to be doing anything? Come on.
Nothing's happening out there. Nothing's ever happening out there.
There's always some sort of thing happening out there. That's
Did we
part
check
of it.
out? Did we check out that Roland place?
Roland,
The Roland, the pushing, the pushing, the push carts.
the tire swing lot.
No. Who was it? It was you found that flyer, like a coupon, right? For when you'd gone down to chase Thresher.
Yeah.
Did you check it out?
Yeah, I checked that out.
Did you?
Did you check that out?
Yeah, I checked that. Yeah.
How
What
did
was
you
it
check
like?
it out? Why did this happen off screen?
I don't think it did. No, I think it happened on screen, right?
No.
Wasn't
found
it
that
offered
I don't
that-
think
Wasn't it offered that we were going to go back and look at the after?
Yeah. I think Paternoster is saying, did
yeah,
you go
did you
investigate the pushcart place?
Oh no, I didn't do that. I have that. I take out my wallet and I've got like 12 different clues from different things. Just sort of like folded up into the. There's no money. I've got another wallet for that.
Is there a number on there?
Yeah, it's the eighth most recent thing. So.
No. I mean, is there a phone number on the?
Oh, phone number. Yeah, there's a
Austin?
phone number.
Yeah, of course. The answer is yes. It's like 555. It's
Bluff City
fine.
has a different fake one.
Oh, yeah, but I don't want to give a real one.
It's 555 roll.
Yeah, we can't give a real number.
Yeah. It's probably a 609 number. That's the area code in Atlantic City. Whatever it is, 690 maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's actually 555 Royce, ROYC. But there's not an E. And the name definitely has an E, but you can't fit one. Maybe he got 5'5" Royce, so you could fit his full name.
That's a real number now.
I know. Fuck.
He didn't get
555 Roik.
There's a local carpet.
He had to use a K. He couldn't get this.
I'm pretty sure it's local. There's a Do you guys have Empire carpets?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think is that a New York thing?
We have them in Massachusetts at least, or at least we have commercials for it.
We have Empire flooring and window treatments, but not carpets.
I think that's all the same. It's all the same.
800 588 2300
Yeah. So,
Empire.
okay.
Today.
So that's a long. Don't they give a longer phone number than is possible for that?
800 588 2300? No.
Oh, I thought that Empire was part of the number that you had to dial. I don't know. It's a very old memory of mine from watching TV as a 10-year-old. But
Can I have a brief aside on this?
yeah,
Do you know the Salito and Barnes injury attorney commercials?
They're part of Bluff City conversational history. Yeah.
Did I also get to the offshoot?
No.
That Barnes has his own firm now?
Ooh. They break up?
their old the Toledo and Barnes jingle is like injury attorneys 800-888-8888, and the Barnes group just has 808 million. They just have 8 and then all zeros.
Power move.
The Barnes group injury attorneys 808 million.
That's not good.
Oh, it's great. What a fucking terrible superhero.
So
I'm gonna have to like count when I dial. I don't want that. I just want to be able to sing.
No, just hit 0 until you stop until it starts ringing.
8 million? 808 million is so... It's also a funny thing to say because it's not a number.
No.
808 million. It's not
God.
like... You don't get that.
Oh,
Well,
it's
it's
so
not
good.
even 808 million. Oh, I guess
No,
it
it's
is,
not
'cause it's
808
million. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
So why not 8? I guess it'd be more confusing if you said like 8 billion, 8 million, which is the real number.
Which is the actual number it is? Yeah, that would be the worst. All right.
Okay, do we want to, I know we kind of screwed the last one up as far as Waxwing was concerned. What with the whole,
we got the
we'd
money.
like to take some of the... Yeah, but I feel like we made her mad. Do we want to phone ahead?
You mean like ask permission to check out a clue?
No. Be like, hey, we're stopping by. We need a cover of some kind. We can't just show up and redeem the coupon, right? We gotta snoop
That's
around.
how coupons work. No, you just described a coupon.
Why don't we just pretend we're tourists?
Do they have
and-
coupons in London?
Yes.
Yeah,
They-
so you go
yeah.
use it. You don't have to say, can I use this?
Okay. Tourists?
You kind of sound like a tourist.
You sound like a tourist, yeah. And they're
That's
going to pick
actually
that
very
up on
true.
that right away.
It's not that bad, is it?
It's not
It's not
bad.
bad.
I mean, it's
It's not a bad thing. You're just not. You just.
just like, a tourist, you know?
speak.
Like someone would look at you and notice you, and if they didn't already know who you were, they'd go, tourist, you know?
You look like someone where someone would be like, hey, you want to play 3-card Monty?
I do like that game. Should we just go? Should we just go? It's got to be on the boardwalk. Is it just near?
No, we should call ahead. I'm kidding. We should
Okay.
go. I'm sorry.
So you go.
Yeah, we should go.
Okay, next panel. It's like, no, we should call ahead, and everyone just looks at you, and you grin, and then the next panel after that is like the establishing shot of the Royce's roller carts place. It is off the boardwalk because they don't just... Boardwalk rent is high, and so they are in fact like 3 blocks off the boardwalk. It's like a sweaty warehouse that's been converted into a dispatch and like storage place. I mean, it's a warehouse, so it's already a storage place, but like there is a shitty dispatch booth set up. There are people coming in and out with roller carts. There's definitely someone like working on the wheels of one of these push carts, and there is a very tall man in a suit behind behind the dispatch booth, basically. He is a tall Italian man who has like a very thin mustache and a very thin features in general, and is balding, and has on, I guess, like a gray suit that is, it must be a fucking million degrees in there, but he's trying to be presentable, I guess. And he sees you all come in, and he looks very confused as you walk into this weird warehouse dispatch center.
I hold everyone back for a sec, and I whisper, "How is this a clue?"
Oh, I've heard about this. I think that we hand in this coupon, right? And it's like a special coupon. And then they give us someone who's pushing it who will communicate some information to us.
This is a conversation we 100% should have had before being in this building.
Yeah, we should have had it. We should have had it at the arcade. I'm sorry. I feel like I pushed us to go, and then I realized that I don't know how the coupon is a clue. That sounded right to me, though. Do you think we're gonna get like a mole cart driver pusher?
No. Why would that happen?
I don't know, but
Do
why would
you carry a coupon where if I punched you, it would lead me to someone who knows you and would tell me about you?
Well, we took it off a really dangerous villain. They don't get punched that often. I guess I'm not.
Excuse
100%
me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Can I help the four
Yeah.
of you?
We were about to be ready to be helped. Yes. Thank you.
Can I help you?
No, we are about to be ready to be helped. Please. Thank you.
Please inform me once you are more than ready.
Yes, absolutely. We'll do that. Yeah. Okay. Any other ideas for how this is a clue?
Yeah, just try to use it. It's
But
gotta
if we just
be a
use it
start.
and then we don't have it, then we lost the clue.
You
If
didn't,
they just take it from us, what if there's like invisible ink on it? I'm just saying.
What?
I don't think there is, but I'm just saying I don't know how to do this.
This is definitely a conversation we should have had back at the arcade.
Totally
which is
agree. I'm
weird.
so sorry.
You're the one who made us leave
I
the
know.
arcade.
I said I'm sorry. I really am sorry, but it just occurred to me that none of us know what we're actually doing here.
Yes, miss. This is to
Hello.
you, Hilda. Yeah.
We've got one of these.
Yeah. What do you say to that?
Wonderful. A coupon.
Is there anything else that you have to say about it?
Oh my god.
Thank you. You didn't need to bring it here to redeem it.
Oh, could we? Sorry, hold on. Could we have done that on the phone?
The phone? No. You simply... Is this one of those prankers?
No, sorry.
Not at all.
I
no.
look at.
Am I on
look-
the internet?
No,
Have you
sorry.
put me on the
it's-
internet?
We're all tourists.
He like scans the four of you. You don't look like tourists.
Pat, say something.
It's
Use your
sunstroke.
posh
It's
accent.
definitely sunstroke. He's been on the beach all day. It's getting quite a tan.
Oh, I see. We will take
Tourist.
your coupon if you need a push cart. You would need two. There are four of you. And even though we have a 3-person cart, there are four of you, which means...
Do you have carts
will
where 2 of us can push and 2 of us are inside?
None of
No,
you
they
push.
the cart.
We
yeah.
push the carts.
I'm
I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
You seem very confused. The sunstroke must truly have you. Tyler, come put this man in a cart. And the man who's like working on one of the push cart like wheels like tightens up a bolt and then hops up and rolls a cart over to you. And he goes, "Yeah, go ahead, get in." Like 32-year-old dude, white dude with shoulder length brown hair, real greasy.
Thanks.
And just sit in this cart.
Do you have like a planned route?
Yeah, the boardwalk. What? We go up and down the boardwalk. Tell me where you want to go, and I'll push you there.
Can you take us up and down the boardwalk?
Yes, but you have to tell me where you're going.
Back. Wait, do we know where we're going after this? See, this is a mess.
Okay.
Say it's a mess.
Okay.
Are your parents nearby? Perhaps I
We're
should speak with them.
tourists.
Your tourist children. Certainly you have parents near you.
I'm 19.
Yes.
Not a child. Able to be out and about on my own.
I didn't get to run Royce's roller carts by taking lip from a 19-year-old.
Are you Royce?
That's right. Rayburn Royce.
That's wild that you own this business.
I'm very proud of it. And like sweating through his shirt, he like straightens out the lapels on his suit.
You've got some guy in there. Wait, hold on. You're in a suit pushing the...
I run the business. I used to push the carts. I bought them one at a time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were about to push our cart. That's why I was confused.
No, that's me. It's Tyler over here. It's me, Tyler.
Sorry. I thought that you
Hey.
two... I thought this
Two
was the
different
same
people.
guy. I didn't
know.
realize that.
You were the sunstroke
Sorry,
real bad with this
sunstroke
one,
should have
boss.
been- Yeah, I really didn't... I didn't notice there's two different people talking. Sorry.
The rest of you going for a ride? What's going on?
Yeah, who's riding with Franklin? Who is
Hey.
already in a cart.
Okay. Hilda, Frank, why don't you two go for a nice ride. And
We can get somebody. Alvarez. Alvarez, can you push?
No, see, I'm actually local. Like, they're visiting me. They're they're like sleeping in the basement and stuff. I actually wanted to talk to you about something else. I don't need to go on the tour.
You talk to me about something else?
Yeah.
You're talking to me? Okay. Well, okay. You go talk over here. What do you want to talk?
Yeah, I'm looking for like a summer job kind of thing.
Oh, you're trying to push.
Yeah.
You should talk to Royce. He's the one who hires you. How old are
Is
you?
that not... Sorry, I didn't know I was not talking to Royce just then.
This guy who's down here is definitely
Right,
not
okay, I
Royce.
forgot.
He's up here.
I forgot there's Jersey accent guy and then there's vampire accent
vampire
guy. I
accent.
forgot.
We were all in the sun, and it's really hot.
It's really hit you. It's really hit this whole group.
We had these cool sodas, and they were heating right up on our foreheads.
That'll get right to you.
Yeah, it's a whole situation. Anyway, like we were saying, we're looking for some pushing jobs.
This conversation has changed in tenor entirely. How old are each of you?
I'm 19 and old enough to be out and about.
There's
You
probably
don't live here, Frank. You're a tourist. You should just enjoy your pushcart ride. You can't work because you don't live here.
Yes. Can we go up to where the old scuba shop was?
Yeah, of course.
Too soon.
I think that scuba shop's still open. It's just a different owner. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's how that shook out. I read
that
it in
recent?
the paper.
No, it's a snorkeling shop now.
I'm pretty sure there was an establishment of facts here.
This
the
pushcart
boxer.
shop
I'm
owner
a
is
tourist. It's not
very
my
invested.
place. I
in
don't know
this.
really what's going on.
Yeah, in the canon and history of Bluff City. I'm something of an amateur historian, so I like to keep track of things.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I can tell you some history. You come on. Somewhere around now, Alvarez does come out. She's a 20-something Latina woman who is has like bright blue hair, like dyed blue hair. And she's like, "Do you need another pusher or not? I'm on my break."
No, that's a misunderstanding. We're fine.
All right. And she walks away. So wait, so who's Tyler pushing? Tyler, Frank and
me.
And you and Hilda? Okay. So Tyler takes the two of you away. Pushes you out the door, across streets. Like, this is not where people board these normally. They just get on one that's on the boardwalk. Excuse me, that's on the boardwalk. So...
Well, we had a coupon.
You could just give it to the You could have just given it to me on the boardwalk. I would have taken the coupon and knocked it off the price.
It doesn't say that on the coupon.
Yeah. Listen, we originally were going to... I'm sorry, guys. We originally were going to call to use the coupon, so getting to the office, I think, was a big
We'll
first
just hop
step.
in, we're going to go. And he takes you two away. Elena and Chanti, I think you get applications that Royce produces for you. Simply fill out your information. I need your date of birth. I need addresses. I need references, of course.
Do you have any like current employees that we could talk to just about like, the culture? I like being educated about a work environment.
Of Royce's roll carts.
Well, you can't own a business without being proud of your culture, can you, Royce?
I'm very proud of it. That is why I say if you're rolling, it's gotta be Royce. But of course, Alvarez. And the same woman comes back and is like, yeah. And he says, these two have some questions about the company culture. Certainly you could answer them for them. And she's like, the company culture? Yeah, I can answer them. Come with me. And then, like, she leads you to, like, the break room, which is a coffee vending machine, a soda vending machine, a candy vending machine, and then a bowl that just has saltwater taffy in it. Not loose, it's all wrapped. It's wrapped saltwater taffy.
I was going to say that.
Not loose saltwater taffy. And then, like, a refrigerator. So you kids looking for jobs? Is that what this is?
Yeah. I was wondering, like, how's the employee turnover around here.
Oh, it's bad. What? Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, people
Lose all
come
people?
and leave all the time.
Hmm.
Summer jobs. You
Yeah.
know, people come in, they do the work for a couple months. Kids like you who have school, kick back up, you go back to school, or a lot of Polish people come. A lot of Polish people come. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I think it's like a deal with Poland, Bluff City, Poland connection. I don't know. But
how's the pay?
bad. It's built for tips. No one tips. Legally,
Are there any like
it can be
opportunities
cheap.
for like extra? Are there any like extra money opportunities?
Extra money opportunities?
You know, like any of y'all got some side hustles?
No, it's Bluff City. Everybody got a side hustle. What are you looking for?
I don't know. What do you got?
It sounds like you are trying to find out information here.
I am.
Is this... This is Pierce the Mask, it sounds like. When you pierce
Great, I
the
think
mask
I'm bad
to,
at that.
to see the person beneath. Yeah, roll plus mundane.
I think you mean roll minus mundane.
I sure do.
Did that work?
It did. You got a hit. Nice work.
Nice.
You got a 9. On a 7 to 9, ask 1. What are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? How could I gain influence over you?
How could I get your character to tell me what the crimes going on here are?
I think that's probably too tight, right? Well, I guess that's... Okay, actually, there's an answer. There's
to
an
tell
answer.
me about some cool crimes.
What she says, she just straight up asked, she was like, well, what do you need the money for? You guys are young. So you have to convince her why you need side hustles. Why can't... She's like, people who have side hustles, they have them for a reason. You know, the shitty landlords, sick family, all sorts of stuff. But not just because you want, like, an extra double Vita game this year. That you could just push the cart for.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it much, but we all got sick family members.
Trying to think if is there just a straight up I'm lying to a person move in this game?
I mean, we're all dying, Melissa.
I know. I'm looking at moves real quick because it's been a minute. You don't have a special move for this specifically, right? You don't have any.
No,
sort of,
I'm like really bad at this thing I'm doing. I really should just shut up.
No, I love it.
Unless you want to say this is directly engaging a threat.
This is not that. I think this is provoke someone, maybe. Yeah, this is provoke someone. You provoke someone susceptible to your words. Say what you're trying to get them to do, which we've established. You're trying to get them to give you information on these side hustles, on these crimes. And roll plus superior. For NPCs on a 10 plus, they rise to the bait and do what you want. On a 7 to 9, they can instead choose. They stumble, you take +1 forward against them. They err, you gain a critical opportunity. They overreact, you gain influence on them. So give me a superior.
All right.
Also, I think there is straight up, you can still help and stuff. So, Chanti, if you want to help on this, this is totally a thing I think you can still do. Or maybe not. Maybe that's only when you enter battle. That might only be when you enter battle.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think the only other way to do it would maybe be to...
I mean, I would like to help, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know how it works. I think you would have to use influence on her, but I don't think you have that influence, so I don't think it matters. So yeah, go ahead and give me the roll. That is a success. That's an 8. So you can, they instead choose. When they stumble, you take +1 forward against them. They err, you gain critical opportunity. They overreact, you gain influence on them. So here's what I'm going to say. They say, fuck. All right, I don't know what it is. I like you, kid. You seem like a good head on your shoulders. I heard there's a thing going on. Something could use a little, not muscle. I mean, you're strong. I can tell you're strong, but like a little extra help. And you wouldn't be dangerous, but there would be an opportunity to make a couple bucks.
Great.
she says, okay, I'm going to give you an address. No, what she says is, like, do you have a phone number? I can text you about it. I'm not going to say what it is, but, you know.
Yeah, I got this flip phone.
Oh, no, you really do need the money.
I mean, it makes calls. It's fine.
Let me see. And she takes your phone and, like, puts a number in it and hands it back to you. And she says, I guess actually when she texts herself, right? So she gets your number.
Right.
And then she takes out a phone. She takes out a different phone. She also has a burner. It is not a flip phone, but it is not a smartphone either. It is like an old Nokia non-flip phone. And she adds your number to the thing. And then she says, like, okay, I'll text you. Just be patient. It's a thing I heard about from a friend or whatever. So I don't know all the details, but I will let you know. And she, like, walks you out. Unless there's other questions here. But the thing that you're going to get here is when she's, like, walking you past her locker, inside you can just straight up see that she has a little box or a little bag of those shark masks that her thugs were wearing, not her thugs, her henchmen, her lackeys were wearing.
Toadies.
In, like, basically, like, a plastic convenience store bag. She, like, quickly closes that locker as she walks past, but that is her air. She airs, and you gain a critical opportunity.
Great. So that coupon's just because that's from her work?
Yeah, she just dropped it. Just dropped it. This is her. Tyler is pushing you two down the boardwalk. And you're just having a nice day. It's just nice out.
Oh, this breeze is really helping me clear up. I don't know what was going on with me
breeze
before.
is good for sunstroke. I read that on the internet.
It's the pressure, I think, on the face. It does something.
The face pressure, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here you are. You're at the scuba shop.
Thanks.
What do y'all going scuba? Y'all, where did that come in? That's a different character. Y'all going scuba in? Scuba diving?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
me,
scared.
Tyler. My accent changes when I get to the scuba shop.
Is the verb for scuba diving scuba-ing?
Scuba, it's diving, I think. I think it's diving.
I think it's scubbing.
It's
No, scuba.
Scoobing?
Scuba is an acronym, so it can't be. It can't change it. So I think it's
Really?
scuba-ing. Yeah.
Yeah, it stands for sea lions, crabs,
underwater,
underwater,
barracudas.
bubbles,
Oh,
bubbles
okay.
and barracudas, and then
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Or scuba.
octopus.
Scuba.
Scuba.
Stop saying
Here you are. You're at the scuba place. Be careful. I heard the guy who used to own this place died underwater.
No, a different guy owns it now. He's alive.
Okay.
You
but has
told
he-
me that.
I know, but I'm saying the guy who used to own it died underwater. I wouldn't trust these submarines.
Oh, the submarines? No,
The scuba's probably fine, but the scuba's probably totally on the above board. But the submarines, I'd be careful of.
I'm scared of the ocean. I just collect different breathing apparatuses.
That makes you sound like a villain in a David Lynch movie.
It's
So,
the sunstroke.
That's a
It's
little.
the sunstroke.
I'm a little.
Hey, man, I'm no
confused and
villain.
concerned.
I'm no villain.
Okay.
Definitely not.
I'm gonna let you go now. I'm gonna go back the other way and see if I can get another client. That's what Royce says we should call them, clients.
Clients?
I say passengers. He says
How about
clients.
guests?
Guests is not bad.
Run that by him.
Do you have any other questions, or should I be going? This has been a strange interaction. Give me money.
I thought we
Give
had
me
a
the
coupon.
money.
We had the coupon.
Yeah, $2 off. It's still $8.
Okay,
we
here's,
just pay him
here's,
and tip him.
Well, here's the thing. Hold on. We're gonna pay you. Hold on, really quick, 1 second. We didn't get anything from this guy.
Yeah, he pushed us out here.
Yeah, and now what? We've got to try to do something.
Well, wait, I think
Okay,
this was a...
hold on. I got it.
Thank you.
Here, I'm gonna bribe him.
No, whoa. No,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
no,
listening.
no, 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 no.
I could be. I'm a flexible individual. Morally speaking, not particularly the other way.
Okay. I have an either or for you.
I don't know if this is a...
I get you a few extra bucks.
I don't...
You gotta either tell me about some villain shit, or you gotta put both your arms behind your back. Whichever kind of flexible you want to be is fine.
If I put both my arms behind my back, you'll give me extra money?
I mean, but you've got to do it in a weird, like, double jointed way. You got to do it from, like, yeah.
Oh my
I'm doing it right now. You can. If
or
you guys
what's
can
my
see me.
or?
Or, you know about any cool villain shit?
No, that's the either. I need the or.
The or is the like double jointed flexible thing.
No, that's either. So it's either I
either
tell you about villains, put my arms behind my back, or something else.
No. That was the either or. It's either you know about some cool villain shit that's going down that we can get in on, or you can do like some weird double jointed shit for me.
What's to stop me? And he stops himself. Yeah, I know about some villain shit. He does not know anything about villain shit.
Look, it's okay. Thank you for.
They're gonna rob a bank.
Who?
Yep, I'm sure. I'm sure they are.
When?
Franklin? No, Franklin.
Ball gang.
Franklin?
Ball gang
No,
bank. They're gonna rob a ball gang bank.
The Mr. Ball.
Look,
He's
you're
gonna
doing
rob
great.
a bank.
Thank you
Is he
so
like
much.
looking sideways at a dog that's playing with a ball?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're gonna rob the scuba shop after that, for sure.
Thanks so much.
You're lying. He's lying, right?
No, yes, Franklin.
Okay, I
he's
can tell you
lying.
some. Okay, villain shit. Okay,
Villain shit, real
Okay,
for
wait.
real.
How much are you gonna bribe me?
Here's $40.
Why do you want to know? I thought you were tourists.
No, remember? Because you were like, remember how you nailed 100% that I was a villain? I told you about my mask thing, and you were like, that sounds like some villain shit. Well, here's the thing. I'm a villain, and I'm looking to get in on it.
Oh my god. Paternoster just like gets out of the pushcart and is just like pacing around the pushcart, like doesn't want to leave Franklin behind but does not want to be near
Miss,
it.
is this still the Sunstroke, or are you walking around with an honest to god villain type?
You know, it's a little of both.
Is he really? All right.
Have I been acting like a guy that's not a villain today?
Oh, I have to check my sources. Yeah, you could be a villain. I want you to hurt me.
I'm not
This is
gonna
why
hurt you. I'm not that kind of
you wanna
villain.
Bribe me. Villains bribe people.
Yeah, that's a crime.
What type of villain are you? Are you like a
I'm a money criminal.
a money criminal, like a sort who robs banks, like Mr.
arrest.
Ball?
Yeah, lots of different kind of crimes.
Okay.
Like maybe I would rob a bank. Yeah.
It is wild that this guy doesn't know who Paternoster is, but I am not upset about that fact.
Oh right, you're famous. Give me a roll. Do you ever think about that? Do you ever think about like, does this person know me?
Nope, I don't. My thing says Bluff City knows me, but
yeah.
But this guy hasn't seemed to.
You would
Does
know
he
who
listen
you
to
are.
WBRK?
No, he's
He
a
definitely
historian.
listens
He's
to
got.
Drake.
He's in the books.
He isn't. He's on the internet. He's on Reddit. Is what he is. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll a die. Evens, he recognizes you now that you're like out of the car.
That's fine.
Because wait, your wings are hidden, right? Or not?
I could say
This
that they
whole
are, but I would be
sequence make
lying.
no sense.
You
if
just
your
walk
wings
around
had
with
been
those
out.
huge wings. You got enormous wings walking around like that.
I think they're folded. up. We've talked about how Paternoster would like go to class with her wings out.
Right.
But
true.
I think knowing that we were going to be tourists.
Yeah.
I'm wearing something that
Can
like,
I
they're folded away.
suggest something that it's like
Please.
maybe like one of those sort of squared kind of backpack satchels, but she cut the back open.
Oh, that's good.
And like tucks the little
yeah.
wingies in there.
That's good.
that's
So she
great.
looks
yeah.
cool, but is also less conspicuous.
We weren't going to be touristy. You are a tourist.
I didn't say what I was rolling. I'm gonna roll a 1d6. Evens, he knows you. Odds, he doesn't.
Well,
I rolled 2 6s in a row, which is unbelievable. Wait a second. You're not a villain at all. You're the wing.
I never said I was a villain.
You're fuck. How do you pronounce it? You're Patterson. Pat Patterson.
It's Pat Patterson.
It's
Pitter patter.
Paternoster. It's Paternoster.
Paternoster. With the wings. You had to wait. Oh no! Did he take your wings?
He's not a villain, and he didn't take my wings.
Sucks.
Look.
All
There's
right,
been
I'll
some
give you-
strange. There's
Okay,
been
go-
some strange
tell
goings
me.
on.
Uh huh.
Strange things going on, and we thought we'd just keep our ear to the boardwalk, So we
Yeah.
came down here hoping
Talk
that
to
we
me because I walk this boardwalk every day. I know what's
You
Every
live and
day.
breathe
You're
this
pushing people,
boardwalk,
you can
Tyler.
hear.
Don't go under
can-
there.
What?
Don't go onto the boardwalk. I heard that elsewhere too.
It's scary.
She really is a tourist, by the way.
Yeah, I can hear it in the voice
Yeah.
and whatnot. Trying to think of other good tips for you. Maiko's, best pizza in town. If you're a tourist, go to Maiko's.
What if you're
Okay.
not a tourist?
Miko's.
Yeah.
I've been here for a while.
Other tips.
You didn't even know how to use a coupon.
The house always wins is one you learn from being here.
Do you know? But original question. Back to.
yeah.
Do you know
Uh-huh.
about some villain shit?
Not like contemporary, like not like, oh, what's happening tomorrow with the villains. I don't.
Yeah,
keep
you don't
up.
know what they're up to.
But I will say,
Do you know someone who does?
no. Like on the internet maybe. Wise Guy 79. He's like big in the superhero thing. Jenny Babe. Jenny Babe loves the waxwing goldfinch situation. That whole thing. That's her whole thing. She might keep up. Just people on the user group.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what I'll tell you: stay away from those Coast Guard motherfuckers. Mm-hmm.
But so all the
He
places.
grabs his like tank top and like pulls it down a little bit, as if he's like nodding with the top of his tank top, as if like,
Got it. Yes. Coast Guard.
Just I wouldn't trust him.
Okay. Here's, I don't know, 25
I'm just saying,
bucks.
every major catastrophe they show up. Do you remember when the ferry sunk?
There they were.
There they
Okay.
were. Do you remember
Thank you.
the firework
Here's the money. Here
barge
in
blew
your
up
hand
and the
is the money.
fireworks
We
Coast
have
Guard.
to go
right like that?
check out those masks that I was interested in buying. Thank you.
Those were also. Thank you so much.
Which masks? Wait, which masks are you looking?
No,
into?
it was part of.
I was collecting scuba the different
Oh, right,
types
the
of
apparatuses,
respirators.
the villain, right,
Yeah.
the villain thing. Okay,
Yeah, that was real. I do need to go and look at those.
all right. Well,
Bye.
have fun. Good luck. Oh, hold up, wait, and he gives you a coupon for $2 off your next ride.
Oh, thanks. Should we
Thank
call
you.
for this?
No,
You just next panel, next page. So what's up with Champ and Grouse? Where are you hanging out waiting for this text?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like we're probably like sitting on the boardwalk, like eating garbage food and like maybe texting Paternoster to be like, where are you guys at? How'd it go?
Probably a good thing to be asking. Yeah, the two of you get a text while you're in the scuba shop.
Maybe
I
ice
sent a
cream?
text
I'm
back
reading
that
it.
just says.
Oh, is there a group chat? Do you have emoji?
Oh, yeah, there's.
Oh no, you
absolute-
can't have an emoji because you
Oh.
have flip phones. Oh, you can.
So
It's
we
just
Do
just
we have
regular,
to
it's
use the flip phones
emoticons.
ourselves?
I guess you don't have to. I do like the idea of like gray and black monochrome emoji though.
Oh yeah, totally. So I just sent a text back saying like, "Nice man, useless information."
I text back, we got something, have to wait for more. We're at Donovan's or whatever the fuck the ice cream place is.
We have an ice cream place? What was our ice cream place?
I don't know. I just
Oh,
pulled
you're
the name
saying
out and didn't want to
Donovan's, yeah.
presume that if there was an in-fiction ice cream place, I didn't want to.
I thought you were saying like, oh, you remember the whatever. No, that's good. Donovan's Dippers. The ice cream
Ew.
place.
What is he
Write this
dipping?
down. The ice cream.
It's owned by Mr. Ball.
I'll have one
Donovan Ball.
hurdy-gurdy man extra dipped.
Yeah. It's dipped ice cream. Donovan's Dippers.
hate
And then
it.
I also need to
Oh
write
my
down
God.
the Ball Gang. And other important facts. No, the Ball Gang is fake. He was thinking of Donovan Ball from Donovan's Dippers, and it really confused him. Mike O's Best Tourist Pizza. And then Miko's, like the Japanese name, Miko. Best Local Pizza. Miko's. All right.
It's a Japanese pizza joint?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, sure.
So I think it's going to be a few hours until you get a text from Alvarez, from Alondra Alvarez. I think she puts her name in as A probably into your phone. So yeah, I just need to know what's popping off in the background while all this is happening, or while waiting. Is it more throwing the ball and catching it? Is it getting ice cream and chatting about other stuff? Yeah, actually, I want that scene. I want the ice cream scene between the champ and Grouse, between Chanti and
Can we
and
all
Elena.
pick a different Donovan song to name our ice cream after?
Sure.
All of our Donovan songs that we know?
Uh-huh.
Who?
Donovan.
This is what I thought was going to happen. But before the two of you get there, Chanti and Elena are just there, waiting. Kind of get like a sequence of what hanging out for these two characters looks like, because Elena, you don't have Chanti as either your love or your rival, which puts her in an interesting kind of neutral position on that.
Yeah. I mean, most people on Earth are neither our loves or our rivals.
True, but like you're also not on your superhero teams together.
Sure. Some people have bigger superhero teams.
So I think Chanti just like, I keep pronouncing my own character's name differently. I'm sorry. I think she just like asks Elena like, probably something like super non-committal at first, just like licking her ice cream, just like, how's training going?
Oh, real good, real good. It's hard to get a match right now because of all the stuff that's going on, but I'm just trying to stay sharp. How's you?
Good. Trying to figure out what I want to major in and stuff like that.
Sure. What
When
you
I
thinking
get there,
about?
anyway. I don't know. My mom really thinks I should do like biology, zoology. Like she really wants me to get into ornithology, which is like birds. And like I get it, but it's so on the nose and I don't.
Yeah, no, I hear
I
that.
want it to be my thing.
I think that's a really bad labor market. I don't think you really want to be doing that. I think it's a hard job.
I mean, also, like, what does that look like? What does that look like down the line, right? This is what I keep telling her. I'm like, what does it look like when I like am working with a bird or something, and the bird's like, hey, I don't like this kind of food, actually. Am I gonna like tell my boss that the bird told me they don't like this kind of food that the book says they like, and that I know that because I talked to it, or?
No, don't say that.
Yeah.
It just puts you in a weird position in your life where like the best possible job you can get is some rich person who has like a private aviary and wants like a bird keeper. And like, that's just a fancy maid.
Like a bird maid.
Like a bird maid. You should try to do something where you're not just someone's maid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to
that's
get
just
into
me.
like nursing or something, but I don't know.
Sure.
It's a growth industry. Everyone's dying.
Always fun hanging out with you.
I was thinking, I know I wasn't there, but I was thinking bird psychic.
That's what she is
That's
now.
not but that's not a job. You
But
can't
you
really
can do it as,
monetize
like,
that
you can
without
run
being
it
a
as a-
huge.
No, you don't have these people that are
Scammer.
like, tell me what
We can-
my bird thinks.
So I think actually in the comic book, because again we have to think about this. It's so fun to think about this as a comic and not as a movie, because that's what we normally do. I think it is just it is a full page of horizontal half-page panels, or like half horizontal length panels. You know what I mean? There's like 10 panels, and there's a clock on the wall in the background. There's like, it starts with just like milkshakes, or like each of you gets like a 1 scoop sundae or whatever. And then each one, it's just like it's one other line from this conversation about the future. And like halfway through, Paternoster and Mr. Good filter in and are like there. And there's like more and more bowls of ice cream and glasses of water and coffee. And you're just waiting for this fucking call to happen. And yeah, so we do get the line that is just like, what about Bird's psychic from Mr. Good? That's just, and then like everyone else like looking at you like, and then finally the last panel in that series is Donovan coming over like in his apron and being like, kids, we're closing, and it's nighttime out, and he sees you outside, and then we get the door closing, and then we get whatever your ringtone is as the number from I have to get my notes back up. Alundra is her first name, and I keep forgetting her last name. Alvarez begins to text you, and it's just an address. It is 1123 Ocean Drive, and that is over in Dune City, which is a neighboring city. I can show you like on our map from a different game where it is. So y'all are basically like somewhere in here now, right? Like middle of this big island. There's another sister island to the south, basically, that is like a family. It's like a family oriented resort in comparison. It's much smaller than Bluff City. It's not that far away. It's like a 20-30 minute drive away. And that's like all amusement piers. It's amusement piers and like arcades and little gift shops, lots of beach, like families at beaches. It's a dry city. There's no alcohol out on the city. You can't buy it. It's allowed.
Shitty
you bring
laser
it in.
tag.
But lots of 100% laser tag,
like 3 different, all just cardboard walls. Like
yes, it's like a carnival all summer, right? It's like carnival games out on the street or out on the boardwalk. It's residential, also lots of residential there, and those people often work in the casinos in Bluff City, or work locally in the things that people work at in the suburbs. But it is not a like. It's not a casino town in the same way. And so that is where you get the address. And it's just in some building there.
What are we going to do? We can't like show up and help.
I mean, look, most of us, well, she saw some of us. She didn't see all of us.
That is true.
And only Tyler knows that we're heroes.
Oh, right. He's the guy.
I mean,
sorry, wait. He knows. Excuse me?
He recognized me.
He didn't know, and it was had nothing to do with any other kind of plan that we were trying to have. But he didn't seem to know anything about anything. So that's not true. He knew about the Coast Guard, and he knew not to go under the boardwalk, and he knew about the two best.
The Coast Guard?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. He's just like, they show up after every disaster.
No,
I think he was joking.
He was not joking.
Well, they do show up after every disaster, but that's because that's their job, Franklin.
Right.
But did he know that?
He knew it was their job, but he recognized that it's a little convenient.
So that's about where we are, Grass. I mean, I can't show my face there. If it gets caught on a camera or something, and if word gets out that Paternoster was, I don't know, wrapped up in some kind of crime thing.
Yeah, you should start doing like really severe contouring so people don't recognize you as easily.
Do you just want like a mask, even like a latex, like a other face?
Calling it other face is so.
Again,
God, yeah,
like a David Lynch villain.
Another face.
That's
Do
the
you
brand.
want
Latex,
like another
latex mask
face?
in Bluff City. His
Yeah,
other face.
Other face, yeah. Ugh.
I'm happy to go and kind of like stake it out and keep an eye on the rest of you.
That works.
I don't know.
But if you showed up with a mask, that everyone would be like, "Wow, you are so fitting in as a villain." with
No,
the
we should
mask.
have someone watching our back, and that's a great idea. That's,
I can stay on the rooftops. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay. So do y'all go?
Yeah, I'm going.
Do you drive the amphibious car there?
Frank and Elena have mask-ass masks, right? Or like what?
No, Franklin doesn't. Franklin's face is just out there also, right? I think we've established Mr. Good is just Mr. Good. It's just your face.
Yeah.
Also,
I
is
think
it
I might have
okay if-
conceded like a Robin style mask.
Okay, like a
but
domino mask. Yeah,
I'm not totally sold on that. I think that it's one or the other. Like it's either the like weakest possible mask or no mask. So
I'm also worried it won't be cool with her if we just show up with a +1.
You could say that you like recruited. You know, it was like, I don't know. I could see an argument for being like, I don't know.
do you want
No,
me
that
to
does
look out?
kind of sound like how you get shot in the face.
Do you guys want to look a second look out?
Then again, she did also walk out of the shop when she thought we needed a ride and didn't say
She
anything
didn't.
to
She
Frank.
didn't clock who Paternoster was in that moment. That scene wasn't long enough for her to be like, "Aha, Paternoster's here."
Yeah, and I mean, I think I'm probably wearing sunglasses as well. It was just like after a prolonged roll cart ride that the guy was like, "Hang on a second."
Yeah.
Jack, wasn't Hilda's concern primarily what if someone sees her do a crime and then it fucks up her reputation the other way too, right? Like,
Yeah, or sees her associated with, like, if someone's like, wow, that's some real sneaky shit that Paternoster is involved with.
yeah.
But like that's why I'm happy to sort of to be watching through binoculars or something, or like swoop in if we go into danger. I just don't want my photo on the front of the tabloids next to the words "did a crime."
Yeah.
It sounds like being a celebrity hero is like makes it harder to be a hero.
That strangely, do you have Does Mr. Good have? He does. You do have influence over Paternoster. That sounds like you're shifting an influence.
It does.
To me.
It does sound that way.
When someone with influence over you tells you who you are or how the world works, which definitely just happened, which was if you are famous, it is harder to be a hero. Accept what they say or reject their influence. If you accept what they say, the GM will adjust your labels accordingly. If you want to keep your labels as they are, you must reject the influence.
I think Paternoster just sort of like sighs and pushes her hair back and is like, yeah, it kind of does. I want to be on the ground with you lot, but yeah, I got Amanda to think of, and I wouldn't be able to pay a salary and she'd be mad mostly. She'd just be mad at me.
I'm going to lower your superior and increase your mundane.
Amanda is my PR agent.
Oh, right. Yeah. Why lower savior or superior
Shall I lower
increase
superior?
mundane
Wait a
instead
second,
of
that just
the other way
Yeah,
around?
what? Because you've made the case that
To be less famous?
to be less famous is better.
I thought maybe I was pointing out
What is
that
this,
being
right?
famous sucks and and then making it harder.
No, your superior was 1 and your mundane was 0. Is that right? No, your mundane was 1 also, right? Yes. Your mundane was 1. Your superior was 1. Because it was all 1s except for danger, which was
which was
-1.
-1.
So then superior goes down to 0, and then mundane goes
And I
up
remove my influence
to,
over
up to
it.
3. No.
I keep it.
Yeah.
Got
up
it.
to 2. Sorry, up to 2. Yeah, you don't spend that influence. And the only way you lose that influence... Well, you can spend that influence, and the way to do that is to take advantage of your influence over someone, which then makes you surrender the influence you have over them.
Got it.
But to give them, like, a -2, or to, like, take an additional +1 on a move that targets them.
Got it. Yep. Got it.
Okay. Here's the other question. Maybe we should retroactively do this. Was part of that I missed that conversation in the ice cream shop? Would you say, Elena, that you were comforting or supporting Chanti, with that conversation?
I would say that, yeah.
Okay, then give me a plus mundane, because that is comfort or support, which could let her. Okay, on a 7, on a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you.
Oh, can we shift back so we have all this?
Oh, sorry. Yes. My bad. So yeah, I think so. Yes, you can shift labels, clear a condition, or mark potential. Chanti.
I'm gonna clear and secure, I think.
Okay, look at that. Good timing on that. I'm glad I remember that that's a thing that happens. And the thing I like about this is like both of those sequences were just things you did. You weren't like, I'm going to use the comfort or support someone move, or I'm going to tell you how the world works. You just do, because that's just what characters do all the time. Anyway, so are you going to head into this place? Two of you go in and 2 of you are on watch, basically?
Yeah, I think that's the proper.
Cool. So the 2 of you going in are Chanti and Elena. And the 2 of you staying out are Hilda and Franklin, right?
Yes.
Hilda and Franklin, where are you setting up? Okay, so I should describe the place. You drive into the city. It's getting to be nighttime now, but there's still a few people out on the boardwalk. I think like as you're driving up is when like you see, it's like 11 p.m. And you see one of the Ferris wheels closes down or like shuts off and the lights go out. The other one is still open. One of the amusement piers stays open until midnight. The other one stays open until 11. And you can see that there is a the address that you were given is like a 3-story office park building, not an office park, but like a 3-story like commercial building, like law offices and stuff. And there is a 4th floor in construction as we speak. And the people who are setting up shop, I guess, where are you setting up shop to do the watch?
Oh, am I definitely doing the watch? That's fine. Yeah.
I don't know if you are or if you're not.
I'll do the watch.
Let's
yeah,
ask kind of roster who has wings. Where are you setting up at least to do your watch?
Is this the sort of place where there would be some kind of cool like sign, like some either a neon sign or some sign that's in a weird shape, or like some?
This is much more like billboard town than cool sign. Like Bluff City has cool neon signs. This place
isn't the place for it.
Local billboards for local like restaurants. You know,
it's definitely a billboard.
Okay.
Like sitting on with legs dangling over the thing of a billboard.
Okay.
And the billboard is for a television show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's consistent with the television show that we have made. In terms of time wise, I don't know when our television shows.
Yeah, I don't remember when
exist.
We didn't really describe when it existed in Bluff City, so it doesn't matter.
I think it's one of those like. It's like a Netflix show or something, and so the poster is just like a woman with her finger to her lips, being like shh, like a huge head of woman.
I love that.
And next to it, with their legs dangling over the side, Franklin and Hilda.
Great. Okay, so you can see from your position that there are people moving around the unfinished 4th floor. You know, it's a bunch of like clear tarps and plastic wrap on and plywood walls that are half built and open face girders and stuff like that. And you can see there are people moving around inside of there, around a small, not a small. Do you remember when Microsoft made those Surface tables? A few years ago.
The original Surfaces.
Yeah, the original Surfaces, which is big touchscreen tables.
I'd forgotten about those.
There's one of those in the middle that is like low. You watch it be lowered into place by a crane and released. And then you see someone turn it on and someone is like drawing stuff on it. And there's a group of probably 12 people here.
That's got to be the crime computer.
It is. You got it in one. The people who are going inside, you get to the front door, and there is a person. There's like a glass door with you can like see into it, and it says like Dr. Schmidt on floor 1, and then it says electric insurance on floor 2, and whatever on floor 3, and there's a person inside with their back to the to the glass door, and you can't see their face, but the door is locked, and they are looking down the hallway. What do? And this is to Chanti and Elena.
Was that text just like an address, basically?
Yeah, it was the address to this building. Yeah.
I was wondering if there were any other like instructions attached.
No other instructions. No.
We should just say what's up, right?
Yeah, they're probably expecting us if we got that text.
Hey, what's going on?
And this person turns around and reveals they're wearing a shark mask. They point to where their ear would be, and like, because there's the door that's closed and locked, and they go, like, shrug.
Point
they
to
can kind of
ear.
hear you. They go, "Who are you? Who are you?"
We're new.
Show them the phone.
Prove it. But new for what? I mean, what are you new for?
I mean, proving I'm new, that's easy. You don't know me, I'm new.
Yeah, rock solid.
Heads up.
We got a text. I hold the phone up, but don't actually open the text.
Show me the text. A lot of people get texts.
Oh my god. I open the text.
Why do you have such an old phone?
we need the
Yeah,
job.
I don't know who these new people are.
I guess if I don't know
Do you know us?
Probably
We're new.
What is that? Is that a flipper?
The phone?
Yeah, like a retro flipper.
Yeah, it's a flipper. It's a fish phone.
Shark
We
feed,
can't
so
call it a
it's
flipper. Don't call...
It's flipper, yeah. That's cool. We should ask for flipper. We should ask Thresher if we can get flipper phones. It'd be easier to hear you if you came inside. Can you show us the phone and the text?
I press it against the glass.
Can we just go in? Is this door locked?
Phone. No, the door's not even locked. No.
You can't read?
It's hard to see.
I'm going to open the door.
It's hard to see. Come on in. We're upstairs.
Yeah.
You shouldn't call them flippers. That's like a dentistry thing. If you ask someone for flippers, they're going to think you want like fake teeth. It's gonna be a weird conversation.
Wait, is that a thing?
I'm just gonna save you. Yeah, that's what little child pageant stars get when they lose their teeth, so they still have a full, as they're transitioning to grown-up teeth.
Yeah.
So you get like a flipper with the fake teeth in there to make it a nice smile.
A very small fake tooth.
They make them for adults too. Look.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I don't want them to roll bad and have an awkward conversation later.
I thought you were going to say that we shouldn't do it because of the dolphin. We were sharks, but I think this is a more convincing argument.
Sharks have flippers, fins. Right? That's what their little things are called?
You would call them fins. I don't think they flip. That's
These
the
are
difference.
fins. We have
sharks
fins.
don't flip them.
They don't have side things?
They do, but they don't flip.
Yeah. Well, they flip if it falls off and you gotta replace it with a new one. A new little one.
Yeah, the shark child pageants are a real gross thing, but we gotta live with them.
Nice to meet you. It's so good to meet new faces. Come on upstairs. And you're shown into a room of, again, 10 to 12. Not a room. You're open air. The 4th floor. You take the elevator up to the 3rd floor, and then you climb a staircase up to the 4th floor. There's just like straight up a regular wooden, like a house door, like the front door to a house, but it's horizontal. It's on the ceiling on the top of the staircase, and you open it from like as if you're opening a door, and it opens up and it slams down onto the ground, and you all come up and see what Paternoster and Mr. Good saw before, which is a group of 12 people, and you can tell they're in shark masks, and a big shark lady named Thresher who is here.
Can we see this through the window?
There's not a window. It's just open air. It's just the 4th floor that is not yet finished construction.
Oh, wow. So this is like a real Spider-Man video game situation.
Yeah, 100% a Spider-Man video game situation right now. People in shark masks hanging around in an unfinished building. Absolutely.
They're running an extension cord up here to get that table going.
It's portable. It's a portable surface. They added like a little car battery.
Still need a crane to move it.
Yeah, that's how it works. Car battery.
All right. So here, put on. And Thresher tosses the two of you. She says, like, Jeremy, give them some masks. Jesus, kids.
Well, you couldn't text us masks, so we did what we could here.
I didn't want you to bring your own masks. That would be weird. The two of you, I'll get to the two of you. Let me show off the no one asks for names. Art in the chat. No names. We don't use names.
All right, it's good. I didn't have to come up with a fake name.
You're Bluefin and you're Tuna.
Who's who?
Wait, okay, it's fine.
You can choose. I'll let you choose.
You want to be Bluefin or Tuna?
I thought we were going to be kinds of shark, but I guess we're not. We're not so of course.
You're guppies now. You move up the ladder.
Tunas are huge.
I'll go Bluefin.
All right.
Was that one?
Yeah, that was one.
Bluefin and Tuna.
Bluefin. All right. We'll get to you. I'm going to give you the outline. So, right now, tonight, down there, and she points, and can Mr. Good and Paternoster hear this? Are you all on like an active phone call with them or something?
Yeah, like I think that it's a very yeah, they've gone in wearing some kind of a wire. I feel like that's a teen sort of infiltration thing to do, to be like,
it should be a phone, so you could just say, "Oh, I butt dialed someone." Whoops.
Yeah,
It's
just the flip
patented
phones,
spy
right?
device.
Yeah, totally.
And I think that the sound is bad, but I think we can hear.
Totally. And so she walks you through what's about to happen. There is she points down to the boardwalk, and you can see that there is kind of this old, there's a pier it's shorter than the amusement piers. It doesn't go out that far into the ocean. In fact, it doesn't go out in the ocean at all. It just goes out onto the beach. But there is kind of a tan, kind of Spanish colonial style building that's like a big hall. It's called Heritage Hall, and it is like a place that you can rent out to do events, but like mostly Dune City uses it to do like corny musical performances. Like the local high school quartet goes in and plays the hits of the 70s on their woodwind instruments, and a bunch of baby boomers show up and dance. It's definitely where like they do the photos for if the local football team wins the regionals, they come here and take photos or whatever, right? It's that sort of place. And tonight it is being used for something actually a little fancier than that, but still, I would say on this side of corny. It is a auction for local art that is being run by the Veranda family. There is a yearly Veranda family art auction. And Thresher explains to you that there is a painting up for auction by some sort of unknown artist that was actually stolen by the Veranda family, and she has a buyer. There's a buyer for that family, or for that painting, who she explains is going to give us enough money so that none of us have to worry about anything anymore. You got sick family, you got college loans, you got the bill collector knocking at your door. This is gonna take care of it. So I just need everybody to be all the way on point tonight. Some of you run missions with me before, not missions, heist jobs. Some of you run jobs with me before, and you know how we do this. We move quick, we move loud. It makes people scared. We get what we came for. We get a couple other things. That way they don't know what we came for, and we move on. Was that a question? That sounded like Tuna.
No, sorry. I was going to make a question.
No, that wasn't me.
No. I had an out of character
you're not
question.
Here. Yes. Yes.
So this is a job stealing from the Veranda family. They also owned the casino?
Yeah. They own at
But do
least
they own the casino
one
that we
casino,
stole
the
or
menagerie,
that they
for sure.
tried to steal from?
They may own. No, I don't know that was the Veranda family that they were stealing from before. I think it was like a general casino collection van, like that goes around and collects from all the casinos and makes the bank deposits. Yeah. Oh wait, no, yeah. It was just a general one. It was not a specific one. Veranda family, for people who don't know, don't remember, was the mafia family introduced in the Fiasco game.
I thought maybe there was a pattern of Mr. E Mask having them do jobs against the Veranda family.
Not exactly. There is a pattern here, but it hasn't really been clarified yet. Any questions so far? Somebody raises their hand, and from behind the shark mask is like, do we expect guards? People with weapons? And Thresher says, chances are, yeah, a couple people, some pistols. My guess is they won't be eager to use them. A lot of connected folks here, both in the family and outside. A lot of local celebrities. There's a good chance that things could, if violence happens, they could hurt people who could hurt them back. And so probably keep a lid on it, especially if we move quick. Show them there's more of us than them. Other than that, shouldn't be anything big. Any other questions? All right. Bluefin, tuna. Come check this out. Everybody else, check your gear. And she brings you over to the big Microsoft Surface and shows you a map of the place and points towards there's like a side entrance. And she says, all right, here's all I need you two to do. Make some noise over here. Pull a fire alarm if you want to. Set off some fireworks. We got some stuff. You can take a look around. Tell me what you need. We probably got it. All I need you to do is make some noise before we hit. That way the guards move out of the main hall and come to you. That way, less of a chance even that anybody gets hurt.
All right, we're good.
Any other questions? You're younger than I like to work with, you know? So, but I get it. I know what it's like to have someone who's hurt and who needs help. So, remember there's like a big shark lady talking to you right now.
Sure.
And I hear you're good, so, you know. All right. 45 minutes, folks. Get ready. And everyone like begins to like check their gear and stuff, and down on the boardwalk you can see that like there is a sort of rolling in of more people over and over. There must have been a first part of this event. It's a very late night event, which is intended to feel weird. Why do you do an art auction at like 11:45 or midnight on the boardwalk after everyone else has left? That's weird. And you can kind of see like the boardwalk is kind of, everyone's leaving the boardwalk for the night, but except for the people who are arriving in fancy clothes, all with fancy masks on, to go into this art auction. Team lookout team. What are you two up to?
I think that when we hear where the auction is going to take place,
Yeah.
I'm going to offer Franklin a ride. And if he's up for it, just sort of take off into the sky, following the. I mean, I wonder if we get this panel of like following the Dark Knight style convoy of Thresher's crew, and then in the sky above them, Paternoster.
What do you mean, give me a
Yeah,
ride?
totally.
I can like hold on to your shoulders or the back of your shirt, because you know, and then we can get there much faster.
Where are we going to? Point to where we're going.
To the auction.
Are you gonna like land on the roof?
Well, I'm gonna find a space. I'm gonna find a space to land, and then you know we can rendezvous. We can make some kind of rendezvous.
I do not need a ride,
others.
and I will race you there because I do not believe that you can. You're faster than me just because you have wings. I literally don't believe it.
I think Paternoster just laughs and takes off.
I don't know. There's like a move for racing.
There's
here.
not a move for
There doesn't have to be a move.
race another player.
I'm
No,
I am
but you
trying
race?
to race whether or not
Oh, yeah,
Paternoster
totally.
is different.
Uh-huh. I mean, there is... You could theoretically both unleash your powers, but that feels like a waste of that move.
Not really
or
unleashing, is it?
Well, if you're like trying to go as fast as you can, it's a thing kids
I'm
do,
not trying
right?
that hard.
Okay,
I'm
but
trying
then
hard.
I'm trying
Wow.
super hard.
I guess Franklin wins then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Franklin just gets there first.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you two set up? This is a little harder because it's like much lower buildings.
Oh,
Yeah.
I might be able to just talk my way in through
You
the
might.
front door.
You are famous.
So I think what happens is, I think Franklin sees Paternoster, like coming in at speed. But instead of landing to beat him, Paternoster just sort of like flaps down to the group near the front door.
Mm-hmm. And you kind of get in line and are ushered in until you reach the guest, like the checklist, the bouncer at the door, who is like, Miss, excuse me, I wasn't expecting you. I apologize. Who are you? Are you here with someone?
My name is Paternoster. My publicist should have been in touch.
Your publicist. I also have a question. Paternoster, should your publicist have been in touch?
I think that this is a complete bluff, but I think this is as much of a question as to how Amanda works.
Right. Who's your publicist? Excuse me. Who's your publicist?
Dialect. Amanda Dialect.
Dialect. Okay. Give me a Sorry,
There's like multiple ways this role could go, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
even with a success, it could be like Amanda could have booked me in, and I just
totally
don't know
could've.
it.
I think this is
Or could just have not thought of this at all. Is this superior? It's not. I'm not
I mean,
provoking
it's
someone.
definitely
am I?
you're
Well-
pulling a card. You're
It
pulling
is.
the I'm famous card.
I'm pulling my superiority.
You're peering your superior card. Yeah, I think that's what this is still. Because it's susceptible to your words. Say what you're trying to get them to do and roll superior. Kind of, I'm not saying ignore the word provoke, but like think about provoke in this broadest sense.
Right. Totally.
So yeah, go ahead and give me that.
In the same way that it's used in like provoke to action.
Yes. Yes. So that is
Okay, that's a 7. That's a
on a
hit.
7 to 9, they can instead choose one. They stumble, you take +1 forward against them. They err, you gain a critical opportunity. They overreact, you gain influence over them. I think that they err again, and in this case they go, Amanda, you're with Amanda. Amanda, okay. You just wait right here. I need to make a call really quick. Just wait right here. And then they step aside and like go into they walk into the corner and take out their phone and make this call, and they're like kind of pacing back and forth. And if you want to sneak in, you can sneak in now, but you will not have been approved. So on one hand, you can get in. On the other hand, this person will know you got in, and you're not on the guest list still. Which could bite
Sure.
you in the ass in 5 minutes,
Sure, but I don't know what this call is. This could be a legit call, but it could also be like, come back, the verandas want to have a word.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm going to take... I think it is most honest to Paternoster to just like turn and smile at the people behind her in the line and walk in.
Yep, okay. So you were inside. Franklin, Paternoster just went inside. What do you do?
Oh, I'm also just going inside.
So you like get in line and walk in, but
Oh, I thought I'm just gonna sneak in. Well, there's no one attending. I'm just gonna sort of.
So were you in line with Paternoster?
When I saw what was happening, right?
Because like there are other people between. There are people. It's Paternoster and then some other attendees behind her who are waiting to be checked in. This would have to be a different role. If you want to like sneak in some way here, that would have to be a different thing for sure. I'll extend the opportunity, but it will still need to be some sort of.
No, if I
defy
can't
danger
just
type thing.
walk in on the
some
coattails,
sort.
then I think I'll. I don't know. Let's see. What? I guess I can get onto the roof. Yeah, so I just go onto the roof.
Yeah, you totally could. Okay, so you are now on the roof of this place. You can see that there are some skylights. You can look in. You can see below there is like a nice carpet out. There is a nice spread of food, and there are lots of rich people wearing masks and jewelry and very fancy clothing. In fact, I think at some point, Paternoster, someone pulls you aside and says, "Oh, miss, you need to have the mask on. Do you not have one?"
No, I didn't bring one. I'm sorry.
We will get you one. Come with me. And someone brings you over to the coat room and assigns you a mask and just gives you a masquerade ball mask. I think it is like green and gold. It does not match whatever you were wearing at all.
Are these like hold the mask up to your face on a stick masks,
There's
or are
a
these
mix.
secured?
You get a hold up to your face mask for sure. Bluefin and tuna. How's it going?
So I have an idea. About how this should all go down, maybe. I feel like this would need to be like a stolen moment with Elena and like texting the others or something.
Okay. You have plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just make this pitch. Here's my idea. All right. So Elena and I are on alarm duty. We're supposed to pull the alarm. We're supposed to distract the guards. Then Thresher and Co. move in to take the paintings and then extract. What if we pull the alarm early? The guards come towards us. Thresher's going to panic and not be quite ready to move in, but is still going to move in. I get some albatrosses to steal the paintings. And then you guys close in behind Thresher as she moves in on the paintings that aren't there anymore.
Okay, quick question. Quick question.
Yes.
I love all of it, especially the bit with the albatrosses. Why are the albatrosses involved?
They're the largest birds native to this area.
Sure, but like, why are they stealing the paintings? Is it to get them out of Thresher's hums?
Yes.
Okay.
Are birds good at stealing paintings?
They are, I guess, if you're telepathic.
Birds are good at a lot of things if you explain to them what you need.
Fair enough. I just never thought beach pressure.
I like this. I like this plan. I hadn't thought of this plan as a framing of it where we could like. For some reason, I hadn't been thinking of this as an opportunity to capture Thresher, but when you put it like that, that is a pretty,
Well, if we just keep fucking up her plans, then this could go on literally forever.
Right? Yeah. No.
And
absolutely.
she's like kind of neat, so that's okay. But it's also not. We all got stuff to do. Also, Waxwing would get on my ass about it.
What's the counterpoint, Franklin?
Oh, sorry. The counterpoint was out of character. And it was just that if capturing a villain so he never had to have them in an issue of the comic book again is very anti-comic book.
There's lots of ways that she could escape.
Yeah.
That's
that it will almost certainly go wrong.
Villains get captured in comics all the time. It doesn't mean anything. This is the thing you do because you're a hero.
Maybe that's what she wants.
Oh,
to be
it's part
captured.
of the larger plan.
Yeah, the famous Dark Knight line. It's part of the larger plan. Let's. No, I'm up for this plan, Albatross plan. How many albatross can you call upon, and how are you going to get them into an art auction?
This is all great. Good questions.
What
Let's find
do I
out
do?
in play.
Open windows.
I'm on the
You're
roof.
on the roof, right?
I am on the roof, but it's a skylight. It's not really
They could, yeah. How big is an
You
albatross?
can usually crack
big.
them open.
They're big. Big enough for it to be detrimental to have on your neck.
So is this
big?
Yeah, they're big.
albatross?
Yeah, they're fucking.
they're really.
Hang on, I was googling
Sorry,
albatross
Keith,
stuff, and I got a picture of how big they are because they are quite big.
Oh my god. These people are trying to pick up an albatross in the worst way possible.
It's so big.
It's like if someone turned Kodiak into a bird.
Yeah.
It's nuts because they look
Birdiac.
They look like they're the size of a seagull unless there's anything else that you recognize in the frame.
Yes.
Grouse is actually a reboot of Birdiac, 1960s hero.
Oh my god.
Birdiac was her aunt, and she
right.
took up the
Yes.
mantle.
Yes.
I really recommend you looking at this image and performing the mental sleight that turns this into a seagull and these into really small men.
It is just like a really big seagull.
Yeah, it really is like a seagull that's like 5 times the size of a seagull.
Yeah, the only tip-off is the beak. The beak is
Yeah.
a little oversized.
It's pretty mean.
I thought the only tip-off was it's as big as that man.
Well, it's on a little. It's on a little knoll.
Yeah, a little bit.
I also like that it's not even. This isn't even a picture of like.
A big
Of, like-
albatross. That's just an
It's not,
albatross.
no, it's not even a picture of like scientists who have tranquilized an animal and they're like spreading its. They're like measuring. This bird is awake. It's standing up. It's
Yeah.
waiting. It's waiting.
It's like it's at its
waiting.
nice tailor, is what it's like.
Well, when you're a big bird like that, I think you just get chill. Because
Yeah,
you're
I
just
guess
like,
that's
what's
true.
going to
I can see
happen?
that.
I'm a big
Yeah.
bird.
I'm a big bird.
That bird's gonna like the way it looks. I guarantee it.
All right.
Oh, look at these
so
two.
plan
These
albatross.
two are really. These two with her little baby.
Drop them in. Aw,
Aw.
little baby.
Damn,
Can
fucking
these
eyeliner
two-
on point too.
Can these two albatross steal the painting?
Maybe.
So
Yeah,
is
they got
this
a
the sort
family.
of venue where there's a live band, or is this the sort of
yes,
venue where
absolutely.
they're playing music on speakers?
Absolutely a live band, upright bass, cello. This is like our like jazz singer like situation, not the movie Jazz Singer.
Yeah.
Like there is a jazz singer. There is a woman who was singing some jazz
It's the
tunes.
song they added to Java's Palace. It's that.
No, it's not that song. It's not that. It's much more restrained than that. Again, like it has to be a little corny, right? So it is not a good. She's fine. She's doing a fine
Do you
job.
not think that the Star Wars genre jizz is a little corny?
I think it's corny in a different way. She is not like, this is not an explosive performance. This is a very background performance. This is like the elevator music of live music performance. You know what I mean? She's not trying to wow anybody. The band is not here to wow anybody. The band is here to provide background for illicit talk to happen under. And that talk is happening, and I think Paternoster, you're catching little glimpses of it here and there. There's definitely a lot of horse trading going on here, literally and figuratively.
Is this that great scene in the newest Mission Impossible movie, where they go to see the British lady in the bar at the thing that feels like a Hitman level? Do you remember, Austin?
I'm
They
thinking
show up in
about
this
it.
incredible jazz club.
Yes,
and there's a fight in this jazz club.
Yes, totally. Or it's the jazz club from hit video game The Quiet Man. Either one.
It's the jazz club from hit video game The Quiet Year, which is a
Yes.
prequel to The Quiet Man.
Yeah, they're actually directly connected if you play them.
What
So
a
I'm
weird
just
thing to
hearing
say.
about low tier to high tier criminal activity that's happening.
Yeah, but often legitimate activity. It's just shady. You know what I mean?
right.
It's rich
It's like,
people shit.
we've acquired a load of boats and we're gonna sell them.
Exactly. Do you know a buyer?
what-
And who knows
Is that
how
what
they
rich
acquired
people
them?
talk about?
Yeah, listen, I met a particularly wealthy industry veteran once, games industry person who's not in the press and who's not a developer, and I'll leave it at that. And I walked into a conversation, and he was telling two friends of mine in that conversation that he couldn't decide which boat to buy, which yacht he wanted to buy, and he was having an argument with his spouse about it. And it was the most like I fucking hate rich people.
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, that was like just buy the fucking boat you want to buy, okay? You don't need to tell me about it. Anyway. So yeah, that is what's happening here. People outside. I guess Franklin, what are you doing while waiting for this to all unfurl?
We've just been texting the plan back and forth?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. I guess I look for a window I can open. I'm just kind of
Okay.
up here.
Are you just looking for windows to open? There are windows you can open for sure.
Okay.
You're just kind of like hang out until things pop off, basically.
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else I can do. I guess I could.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could do some sneaking around if there's but because I'm dressed like I was gonna be a criminal tonight.
You are dressed like that. Yeah, totally.
I'm just gonna wait it out, I guess.
Okay. You open up those windows. It's not a problem. Paternoster, it gets a little drafty down there for sure. You can hear the birds getting into position. All right, let's zoom in on the action. Let's get ready for this to pop off. Thresher, Alundra Alvarez tells you to go ahead and move up. Team Tuna Fish. We'll be right here in the van. Get ready for it. And the vans are parked down on the street, just like at the bottom of the boardwalk ramp, basically. And the two of you head up and you sneak up.